Soccer, the sport played with all around the world, in every culture. It takes heart, soul, mind, spirit. It teaches you to persevere. It teaches courage. It teaches effort. It builds friendships. It builds teammates, and it builds not to be selfish. I love the sport. I've been playing for since I was 3, and my passion and love for the game drove me as far as playing for Chicago Fire Academy on Bridgeview. And I currently play in the U18 team. But last year, on the U16 team, I was privileged to be a part of. We won the national championship in Carson, California. And I want to show you a quick clip from there.
In the Chicago Derby between Midwest champion Chicago Fire and Chicago Sockers, the Fire took a 1-0 lead on a penalty from Victor Pineda. Sockers rebounded by putting together a solid string of possession, capped off by a nice finish from Damian Sampson to put the teams back even. Just 2 minutes later, Fire were back on top when a nice combination of passes sets up Keaton Albert on the right side of the penalty area, and he makes no mistake, planting a shot in the far side netting to deliver the Fire a 2-1 victory. In the final match.
So that was in the 2010 Academy Finals down in Carson, California, and I was privileged to score a goal to put us ahead and win that was the first game, and we ended up going on and win the championship. That team we played, actually, that was my former team, and it was kind of fun to score against them and beat them. So you might be wondering, though, how I did that, how I scored, how I shot it and put it in the back of the net. So today, I want to tell you how to properly strike a soccer ball. To properly strike a soccer ball, you must have 3 things. You're going to have proper approach, proper contact, and proper follow-through. The equipment, things you need, you obviously need a soccer ball. You need soccer shoes. You can probably use your gym shoes, but the soccer shoes probably going to give you more of that feeling, and it's going to give you a better shot, and a soccer goal. First, proper approach. In proper approach, you should have little steps. Okay, you should be leaning forward, and your arms should be out for a bounce. I'll show you here. Little steps. As you see here, this is not right because I have big steps. And big steps tend to knocks you, or it's not as much balance, and you can't really fix your balance really fast. So big steps generates also slower or not as fast, or generates less power. But on little steps, which is what you want, you can keep yourself in equilibrium and fix whatever mistakes and fix your approach to the ball. So whatever position the ball to the ball, you can fix your steps. Second thing is you want to lean forward. You don't want to lean backwards, because if you lean backwards, you tend to reach for the ball, and the ball doesn't come off your foot until your foot's about halfway in the air. So the ball angle usually goes up, and you would probably sky every time. Plus you're off balance and you might fall over. So you want to make sure you lean forward. This generates more power, gives you a shot, more accuracy, and it goes straight. And it helps to keep you on balance. Third thing, you want your arms out for balance. Obviously, you'll be balancing on one foot for a brief time, and if you don't have your arms out, you're going to fall over. So you're going to make sure you have arms out for balance. The second thing is you want to have proper contact. Okay, this is very important. The first thing is laces, and the bump bone on there. That's your sweet spot on your foot, which I'll show. The second thing you want to make sure to have is a good foot angle. Foot angle is very important. And the non-striking foot and your hips. So first, your laces. Now your bump bone, that's your sweet spot on your foot. You can find that by placing your hand on your striking foot, which I have here as my right foot. I put it on my big toe and I follow it up until I feel a bump on my foot. And once you feel that bump, that's your bump bone, and that's your sweet spot. It's basically where you want to hit the center of the ball. You want to hit the center of the ball with that part of your bump, part of your foot. The second thing is you want to have good foot angle. Now this is not a good foot angle because my foot is perpendicular to the ball. With me, I have big feet, and if I shoot a ball like that, I'm going to hit the ground. Probably going to break my ankle or break some toes. So what you want is a proper about 45-degree angle on the ball. That allows also the bump on your ball in that sweet spot to hit the ball directly in the center, so you almost hit it on a diagonal, and it helps with your follow through. The third thing you want is your non-striking foot, as it indicated there. Your non-striking foot should be about 2 inches from the ball. Okay, that's very important because you don't want it above or behind. And this is your striking foot over, going on the non-striking foot here. As you see here, this is not right because my non-striking foot is above the ball. Here it's wrong too because behind the ball. What you want for a proper strike and go is you want the 2 inches, your non-striking foot right next to the ball. Third thing is you want your hips. Your hips should be squared to your target where you're shooting. If your hips are cockeyed, your body tends to follow your hips. So if my goal is there and my hips are facing this way, I'm going to follow through towards that way. And that's not good. So you want your hips facing the goal, and this helps generate forward motion and gets a good straight shot. This is good hips, obviously, because I turn my hips towards my target. The third and final thing you want to have is proper follow-through. Proper follow-through, you want to land on your striking foot. Now that's opposite of your non-striking foot. And you want to also have good forward motion. That's also very important. It'll generate more power. Less motion, less power. So first, you land on your striking foot. Oops, you see here. Your striking foot is here. And this one hits the ball, goes up in the air first, followed by your non-striking foot, which comes up second. Your striking foot lands first, and then your non-striking foot lands second, as I'll show you. So I approach the ball. My striking foot is right here, indicated by the arrow. As you see, my striking foot goes up first, followed by my non-striking foot. My striking foot lands first, and then my non-striking foot. Now, you're also in proper follow-through, you want to have good forward motion. Okay, as you see here, this is not good forward motion because the position where I struck the ball is not very far where I landed. Okay, this also you want to make sure, going back, little steps helps give you good forward motion. But as you see here, this is good forward motion because where I struck the ball and where I ended is much bigger, and that's going to generate more power, and the shot's going to go straighter and harder and faster and quicker. That's what you want. Now for practice, you can have a ball on a wall and go downstairs in the basement. This is my basement, and I go down there a lot and do lots of reps, just hit it against the wall, practice my laces and having a tight ankle with my lace and my follow through and my plant foot. This helps with your shots. I mean, there's no such thing as talent, but there is such thing as deliberate practice that makes talent, which is very, very important. So, in conclusion, you have to properly strike a soccer ball. You must have good approach, proper contact, and proper follow through. I hope by this video or this visual aid that you have seen the proper ways to strike a soccer ball, and the next time you see a soccer ball and you want to hit it, make sure you hit it right. Thank you.